In different forms, meet one marathoner who breaks tradition and sets her own personal record. 7 News is complete team
of endurance, the best runners in the world, thousands of athletes challenging themselves physically and mentally. The 105th running of the Boston Marathon.
Good evening. It is a day of enormous accomplishment for more than 15,000 runners.
And many are still crossing the finish line in downtown Boston 5 hours after the starting gun went off.
This 26-mile course starts in Hopkinton. It winds its way to Boston with the infamous Heartbreak Hill along the way. 7 Sports Director Gene Levanchi is leading our live team coverage. Gene is at the finish line.
Well, Randy, it was a picture-perfect day for the 105th running of the Boston Marathon, although the headwinds were a little more than the runners would have liked to have dealt with today. Still, we had some familiar names breaking the tape first, but also some new blood making names for themselves in the most prestigious marathon in the world. As Joe Marcino tells us tonight, the success of the elite runners is only part of the story.
Everyone has their favorite finish. For those at the...
One of the things that makes the Boston Marathon so special is so many people run for so many different reasons, and thousands of people run for so many different charities, and Ray Phillips is no exception on this day. He was running for the Children's Hospital Kids at Heart program, and for the second year in a row, he found his training partner. This is Andy Martin, 5 years old. This is a child who was stricken with spina bifida after running 26 miles. Mr. Phillips strapped up Mr. Martin onto his back and ran the last 600 miles, and they were cheered by everyone. Very emotional scene as we saw it there. They were cheered on by everyone, very inspiring. And as they crossed the finish line in about 4.5 hours, for the child, it was an unbelievable experience. Now, what goes through your mind?
The emotions of the fact that he never will run it himself, but he may do the wheelchair. That's what he wants to do when he grows up. And it's just great that Ray gives him a chance to say, I finished the marathon.
Inspiring.
Yes, it is. Very inspiring. And he's just wonderful. I'm glad they have the program. It's done great wonders for his self-esteem, motivation.
And what kind of feeling did you have coming down Boylston with Andy on your back, hearing all those cheers?
Oh, it's such a great feeling because the cheers are for Andy. And Andy is having such a great time. He's waving at the crowd, and they're all cheering for him. You know, it made that last 600 yards so easy.
26 miles by himself, 600 yards with a partner by the name of Andy Martin, 5 years old. And because he has spina bifida, there is a chance he may never walk again. His parents hope that by participating in this unbelievable event every single year, that someday maybe he'll have the strength and fortitude to complete the marathon in a wheelchair. Just one of the very special stories here in downtown Boston. We're live at the finish of the Boston Marathon. Amy, let's pass it along to you.
All right.
Well, as both of you know, this is a day of triumphs, and perhaps the biggest today belongs to a very small lady who did not even come close to this finish line. But boy, has she finished a marathon. No other athlete on the course today will beat this young woman in courage and perseverance. Katie Lynch was born with a rare form of dwarfism and a connective tissue disorder that makes pain her constant companion. Her marathon today is not 26.2 miles, but 26.2 feet. She has trained for months.
It's a challenge for every single runner. And just like all the other runners are going to try to meet their challenges on race day, I'm going to try to do the same.
She exceeded her goal, covering the distance in 2 minutes, 53 seconds. She had expected to take a quarter of an hour.
To see her just stand up and walk, it was just incredible to me. What a feat for her.
For her to be able to walk, I think is a miracle in medicine.
You did it! Katie received an official medal and a laurel wreath. She insisted on standing for both. And unlike so many who run to prove something, Katie has just one goal.
And that is to raise funds and awareness for Children's Hospital, a place that has given me so much and has sustained my life. Just like a marathon.
Katie has received 13 surgeries from Children's Hospital, and today she is raising $20,000 for the place she credits for sustaining her life. She's also gained the respect and admiration of so many. Reporting live from the finish line, Janet Wu, 7 News.